Hey YouTube, this is Amusement Park Fan 62. It is Tuesday, May the 9th. In today's video, I'm here to talk about some tips and tricks for Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. How to get the best out of your visit. Now, this will also include Gatlinburg as well. So keep that in mind. First of all, know when you're going to go, because unfortunately, depending on the time of year that you go, um, from what I have been told, Pigeon Forge is insane with traffic, so keep that in mind. Um, Now, I'm sure you don't want to take your car everywhere, so there is a trolley that you can take. It's called Fun Time Trolley. Um, it's I think it's like $2.50 or $3. I think it's $2.50 per trip, or I think it's like $3 for the whole day with a wristband. So, and that does include Dollywood and Dollywood Splash Country as well. So keep that in mind as well. So that fun time trolley can go up and down Pigeon Forge as well as going into Gatlinburg as well. Keep in mind, Gatlinburg, those trips are probably more of like a hit and miss type situation just because I don't think they have as many trolleys to Gatlinburg. If you do go to Gatlinburg in your car, keep in mind as well, most of the time you are going to have to pay to park. I'm not entirely sure how much parking is. I would probably say anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks or so. Depends on the parking lot and whoever owns it and the time of year. Because certain times of the year they probably will jack the rates up to 20 to 30 or so. Um, I would highly suggest as well, don't park your car in a place like Taco Bell, McDonald's, whatever, and go to another store because they will have your car towed. So keep that in mind. And this goes for Pigeon Forge as well. Now, luckily, in Pigeon Forge, you can park your car at what they call Patriots Park. That is where you can get on the trolleys. I should have said that earlier. Now, Patriots Park is at exit 7 along the parkway. I think it's called like Old Gristmill Road, I think. And the good thing about that is it will help you out a lot because you can keep your car there. It is safe, and you can take the trolley anywhere. The trolleys are big enough as well to fit a decent amount of people, and they are air conditioning and heated as well. So they can take you up and down the Pigeon Forge Parkway as well as Gatlinburg. I'm not entirely sure how far they get to in Pigeon Forge once you go the other way. I would assume probably closer to the beginning. I'm not entirely sure. Now hotels. Now keep in mind as well, depending they have hotels for any budget out there. So they have cheap hotels, they got expensive hotels. Um, so keep that in mind. Now it depends on what you're looking for in a hotel as well. If you're the type of person that wants all these accessories and stuff like room service and stuff like that, they probably have that as well. But you are going to pay more. So if you're the type of person that is just needing a hotel just to sleep in, just to leave the next morning, to go do something else, they have that as well. Food. Now, they have all types of food at Pigeon So they have everything from diners to fast food to sit down restaurants to even like comedy shows that I think have food as well as dinner theater shows. So you have Dolly's Dixie Stampede, as well as her Pirates Voyage. Pirates Voyage does sell alcohol as well, from what I know. How much that is, I'm not entirely sure. Next thing is they do have this. It's like a nightlife place, but you can visit anytime. I think up to about 10 or 11. Called the Island. Now the Island is like an outdoor shopping mall. So they have places like Paula Deen's restaurant, um, Mellow Mushroom, and some other places like that. They do have a place where you can buy legalized moonshine, and all sorts of places like that. It's very cool. You will know by the amount of people that goes into that place a day. Parking is free if you take your car. Um, their parking lot is not hard to miss as well. You just follow the cars. Now, if you're coming from the parkway, it is confusing, especially if traffic gets backed up, because sometimes you will have two sets of cars. You will, there is one set for the there. It's like a break, or it's it's a building that houses all sorts of stuff about Alcatraz, I believe. And then if you keep going, you will go by the Margaritaville Hotel, and you just keep going until you find a space. So some days spaces are easier to come by than others. They do have a tram that goes around. You can get on for parking, to, and it will drop you off right at the front. So right near like the Paula Deen restaurant and all of that area. They do have Dippin' Dots as well. If you are the type of person that likes Dippin' Dots. Um, Now, okay, if you are the shopping type of person, uh, where I said earlier Patriots Park is, there are all sorts of shops around that as well that you can go to. So they have a place for like different types of things. They got a candy shop. They have all this stuff that you can choose from. And it was busy when I visited in November. So keep that in mind. They do have an ice cream parlor as well. It does open up slightly a bit later in the day. Um, Now, if you are the type of person or family that likes stuff like old time photos and stuff like that, they do have some of those close by. The Grist Mill. They do have a restaurant called the Grist Mill as well, which is always busy. So keep that in mind. Um, the trolleys uh, for Dollywood, Splash Country, and all of that are usually on like a 15-20 minute interval. Um, and they usually run about two trolleys each, um, assuming they have the amount of drivers that they need. Um, all drivers I know, unless it's certain times of the year, they have to be off the road by 9:30, I think it is. So keep that in mind. Lastly, um, have fun if you go. Um, so in the comments below, tell me if you've been to Pigeon Forge before. If so, what do you think? Did you have a good time and stuff like